Good morning students. Hope you have seen the videos of the three parts of history lesson number 1 which I have already sent to you all. Now we'll start with the next part, that is the fourth one, date line. Now students, this is also known as timeline. This is connected with history. Why? Because it shows arrangement of events in a sequence or in a proper chronological order. This can be drawn in two ways, either in a horizontal way or in a vertical way. So students, here we'll start with this topic today. Now what is a date line? Date line is a sequence of historical events which happened in the past and is still happening in the present. So whatever you are showing chronologically in a proper sequence or order on a proper timeline is known as a timeline or a date line. You will see it how to draw the timeline or the date line. Now students, in your syllabus of 6th standard, you have only the horizontal one. You have only the horizontal date line which I will be showing you how to draw. Students, now this date line is connected with two main points. First, you have your before. Secondly, you have your after. Now, before and after, events happening before the specific time and after specific time. Now, what is the time? Time means not students the watch which you are wearing and you see the time, or the clock in your house, you are seeing the time, not that. So now, what is that time? That time relates to a very important historical event in history. Whatever we draw in the date line is related to that event. Students, what is that event? That event is the birth of Jesus Christ. What is that event, students? That is the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, as you already know, students, who is Jesus Christ? He is the founder of Christianity. That is the Christian religion. The Christians worship him. So, this event is the main event considered to be the landmark in drawing the date line. Jesus Christ is worshipped by Christians all over the world. That is, he is the founder of Christianity. So now, whatever we are drawing in the date line is related to this single event. That is, this is the central part of the date line or the timeline. Now, you have two main concepts in the date line. Very important concepts. The first one is BC. The first concept is BC. This is the short form. The full form for this is before Christ. The full form for BC is before Christ. And the second concept is AD. The second concept is AD. What is the full form for AD? The full form for AD is Anno Domini. What is the full form for AD? Anno Domini. So it means what? Two main concepts in the date line. The central portion will be the birth of Jesus Christ. Then you have the BC and the AD. Now students, let's see what is this BC and AD. Now students, let's see what is BC. I already told you the full form. BC means before Christ. That is, whatever happened in history before that historical event. Which event? The birth of Jesus Christ. That will be categorized in the category of BC. That is, suppose something happened 2000 years before the birth of Christ. Something happened, some event happened before the birth of Christ. How many years ago? 2000 years ago. So you will categorize this under which topic? 2000 BC. This is the meaning here, okay? Before the birth of Christ, before 2000 years something happened. You will classify that in the category of 2000 BC. Now students, what was the second concept we had here? The second concept was your AD. I told you the full form here is Anno Domini. So, this Anno Domini refers something which happens after the birth of Christ. So we will take another example over here. Suppose some event happens after 1500 years of the birth of Christ. So, how will I write it in historical terms? I write it as 1500 AD. something happens 1000 years after the birth of Christ, you can write 1000 AD. 1500 years after the birth of Christ, you can write 1500 AD. So students, whatever is the meaning over here is very clear. I told you BC means before Christ, AD means anno. Now you will be imagining which kind of language is this. BC and AD both are Greek words. They are Greek words. Now students, what do you mean by Greek? Greek means it is a language of the people of Greece. In which country is this language spoken? In Greece. And these words have a specific meaning. BC as well as AD means in the year of the Lord. The meaning of BC and here is in the year of the Lord. And students, here you have to just see to it that when you draw the date line, you have to keep both these terms in mind. BC, AD and the birth of Jesus Christ. Now students, you will draw this date line along with me in your SST notebooks. So as you already know, this is the last topic of our chapter. So before writing the textual exercise, you will have to start drawing this along with me. So everyone will open the SST notebooks and start drawing the date line along with me. So students, I hope you have opened the SST notebooks. Write today's date, that is 12/6/2021. And write the name of the chapter, lesson 1, history. Let's know the history. You will first start like this, asterisk over here in the margin, and write the heading as date line. Because exercise you have not done yet, so we will start with this first. You have to draw this along with me. Okay students, you will use a pencil to draw the date line. Figures have to be drawn with pencil in social science. Okay students, and the heading has to be written with a pen. You won't be confused. In social science, you will use pencil for the drawings. And the headings have to be written in pen. But labeling of the diagram will also be done with the pencil only. Okay students? Now, as I already told you, date line in your syllabus of 6th standard is a horizontal one. We are having the horizontal one. So students, take a scale and draw the horizontal line in this manner. Okay? You will draw a horizontal line. Don't fill the whole line of your page. A line has to be taken according to your wish. Don't fill the whole line, okay? And you will put a dot in the central portion of the line. After that, you will put an arrow crossing the line. In this manner, students. Have you seen this? We will put an arrow crossing the line in the central portion downwards. You put an arrow downwards. I told you the main historical event in the date line is the birth of Jesus Christ. So here the arrow indicates the birth of Jesus Christ. You write it here. Label it with a pencil. The birth of Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, every number here, numericals which are mentioned here, are to be shown in centuries because it's history. Century means a gap of 100 years. How many years? A gap of 100 years. Century means a gap of 100 years. So write over here, 1 century is equal to 100 years. Anyway, you can write 100 years is equal to 1 century. Now, as you have to mention it everywhere, it's difficult for your space will be short over there. Because of space shortage, you can write in common over here with a pencil century. Okay? In a common term, you can write century on the top here, and then no need to write century everywhere. For each numerical, no need to write the word century. Okay, students, I hope you are clear with this much. I told you this is a central point in history. What is that? Birth of Jesus Christ. So here you will put a 0. No other event has to be mentioned here. You will put a 0 over here. Okay. Now, just like your number line in math, students, you are doing number lines. Same way in history also, in a date line, the central portion is 0, here it indicates the birth of Jesus Christ. This side, the right hand side, the numbers grow in increasing order, and here the numbers go down in a decreasing manner. Okay, but you will not put the negative sign or something like that. You will just write the numbers. Okay, first you will put a mark here. Go on marking it in this way. You can extend the line to any number. That is your wish. You can extend the line to any number, but I am doing it only till 4. Okay? You can extend any number. Again, the same way here, you can extend the number. Anyhow, you can extend. Now, it is your wish whether you put this marker in this manner or in this manner. Any way you can do, okay? It's your wish. If you want to do it this way, you can do it this way also. That's not a problem. Okay, students? Now, I told you already, right hand side, you have to go in increasing order, left hand side in decreasing order. Start doing it along with me. First, second, third, fourth. I've done till fourth, you can continue till fifth, sixth, seventh, it goes on. Okay? Till your line orbits, you can go on. Next here also, first, decreasing. See students, here, see to it that you go this way, backwards. First, second, third, fourth. That is, if you start from here, it is a decreasing manner. But here it goes in this way, decreasing manner, okay? Don't be confused. Now, I told you whatever happened has to be marked in centuries. So, first century, second century, like that you have to be counting, okay? Century common you have written over here. No need to write century everywhere. Now, I told you whatever happens before the birth of Christ will be classified under which category? BC. So, whatever happened before birth of Christ will be shown here. So, here you will write BC. Okay, done? And whatever happened after the birth of Jesus Christ will be done as AD. Okay, students? So I hope you have finished drawing your date line clearly. Have you drawn it very neatly? Okay. So I hope you are clear with this date line. First, horizontal line. Mark the central portion of the historical event, that is the birth of Jesus Christ, as 0 here. No other event has to be mentioned over here. Go towards the increasing order here. Here backward counting. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this position, here in this manner. Then, whatever happened before the birth of Christ, BC, after the birth of Christ, AD. Okay, students? Now, students, I hope you have drawn the number line along with me. Now, we'll come to the next topic of the same event here, that is date line. Now, as you saw, BC and AD, the Greek words which we wrote here. But in the present era, I told you whatever happened in history past is classified as data. Whatever is happening is still being classified. For example, the present situation, that is right from the year 2020 till this present time, that is today's 12th of June, till this date, the world is undergoing a great trouble because of the pandemic COVID-19, because of the coronavirus. Now, in history, in the future generations, that will be marked as 2020. So when you mark that in your date line, that will be shown as 2020 coronavirus attack or COVID-19 as a disease. I told you any event can be marked. So students, what do you write there? You will write 2020 AD. Why? Because all these things happen after the birth of Christ. It's in the present. Now we are undergoing this pandemic. So 2020 AD. The best examples of COVID-19. Presently, 2021, same. 2021 AD, still we are undergoing this pandemic. So here also 2021 AD. So when you draw the date line in future generations, you will see it. This event, this disease will be classified as 2020 till the day on which this ends. You will have this AD mentioned there because it has happened after the birth of Christ. Okay? So this we have to count it. Now students, in the present age, nowadays, instead of AD, that is anatomy, C. Now students, instead of AD, nowadays you write C. What is C? C is common era. C is common era. That is, era means specific age, time period. Nowadays AD is also written as C. C, the full form is common era. And instead of BC, we write BCE. Okay, instead of BC, we write BCE. The full form is before common era. Okay, you will be confused here. We write before common era. BC was used But nowadays BCE is also used for that. That is before common era. Now students, don't be confused. In your 6th standard textbook, mostly BC or AD is used. Somewhere if you come across any book CE or BCE, don't be confused. They are the same terms here. AD is now also known as CE and BC is also known as BCE. Now in some countries, instead of all these, they use BP. Okay, BP stands for before present. Stands for before present. BP means before present. That is whatever happens before this specific point of time. That is considered as BC in some countries. But actually students, most of the countries of the world are following Christianity. So they go according to this calendar only, the Christian calendar. So due to that, mostly this same date line which I told right now is being used in most of the countries of the world. But in some books you will find these terms being used, CE, BCE or BP. So don't get confused. Now, in your textbook on page number 4, we have a pink box students. What does this box show? This box, whatever we studied, has been repeated here in small terms. The first one is BC, that is before Christ, you already know it. Second one is AD, Anno Domini. What's written over there, students? Just read it. Both are Greek words, which means in the year of the Lord. Example, 2018 AD. Third one is stone inscription. What is the stone inscription? An inscription carved of stone. We had this in the first video. Okay. The next one is birch bark. I done this for you all in the video in which I told you all, along with the images we have seen. Birch is a tree growing in the Himalayan foothills, and the bark, outer dried skin of the trunk, is used to write scripts or texts. So students, I hope you are clear with this topic over here. We have concluded this chapter. We had 4 parts in this chapter. First was introduction. Second, we had the tools and resources to know history. Then we had the meanings of archaeologists, travelers and historians, and then we had the last video of dateline. So students, I hope you are clear with this. Now in this